Spirit of Crazy Horse. This is a large wall-hanging bronze relief sculpture I created of the great Lakota Sioux warrior chief, Crazy Horse. I show him with his hair flying in the wind and his spirit leaving his body in the form of an eagle. Crazy Horse, he is a hero of mine. I have studied his life and I find him a man to admire for both his belief and courage. Crazy Horse was born in 1842, and by the time he was in his mid-teens was a full-fledged warrior. His bravery and prowess in battle were well known by the Sioux Lakota people. He rode in a battle with a hawk feather in his hair, a rock tied behind his ear, and a lightning symbol painted on his face. These symbols and rituals went into preparing himself for war. He had received them in a vision as a young boy and would provide him with a power and protection. Later, when he became a Lakota war leader of the great Ogallala Band, he took up arms against the U.S. government to fight against white settlers invading their native homeland and to save their traditional way of life. He led many warriors in several famous battles in the Black Hills War, the Fetterman Fight in 1866, and the Battle of the Little Bighorn in 1876, in which he led his warriors to a great victory against Custer's and his 7th U.S. Cavalry. His bravery earned him great respect from both his enemies and his own people. After the Battle of the Little Bighorn, his tribe was constantly pursued by U.S. soldiers. With starvation and exposure, it finally forced his people to surrender in 1877. Later, after he was sent to Fort Camp Robinson, Nebraska, he was being misquoted by a fort interpreter. This resulted in him being arrested. Realizing they were planning on imprisoning him, he struggled and drew a knife. Little Big Man, another fellow warrior, tried to restrain him. As Crazy Horse fought to free himself, a guard lunged with a bayonet and mortally wounded the great warrior. Crazy Horse died September 5th, 1877. The way Crazy Horse lived his life shows how great he really was, because he remained himself from the moment of his birth to the moment he died. Even though he may have surrendered with his people, but as a warrior, he was never defeated in battle. He lived with a fearless courage and only wanted his people to remain free.